Well, our Valerie Decamp is standing by at the Place de la République in Paris, where the march is leaving from today, at least here in the French capital. Valerie, tell us a bit more about from where you are.
Well, protesters have been gathering here at the Place de la République for over 2 hours now, and they will be making their way towards the east of the capital very shortly. Transport workers, teachers, and other employees of the public sector, also lawyers, will take part in this protest today, and they insist that the government must abandon the planned pension reforms, which would introduce a single point-based system of pensions and which would eliminate basically 42 special schemes. Now, last week, Prime Minister Edouard Philippe unveiled some of the details of this reform, and many people were furious to hear that the government was also planning on introducing what the so-called pivot age. And according to this measure, people retiring at the legal age of 62 would receive a reduced pension, unlike people retiring at the age of the pivot age of 64, who would get a full pension. Now, for many, the government has crossed a red line with this measure. For example, the more moderate union, the CFDT, which had not been part of the strike so far, has now joined the movement and will take part in this protest today. And of course, turnout will be key today, will be very important. 800,000 people took to the streets across the country in early December. Last week, less than 400,000 people did so. So today, really, the protest will be a litmus test for the movement to see if they still have enough power to carry out this movement and to continue with the strike so far.
Valerie, this is a very crucial week for the unions, also for the government that's trying to push through this pension reform. All of this happening, of course, just a week away from Christmas. Is there any room for negotiation at this stage?
It is a crucial week indeed for the government and the unions. Both are standing firm, and they're also using the fear of severe travel disruptions as leverage to pressure the other side into making concessions. The unions, for example, are hoping to repeat what happened in 1995 when the unions were able to pressure the government to drop a pension reform after 3 weeks of major strikes before Christmas. Now, one of the major unions has already said that they will continue, that they will extend the strike through Christmas unless the government drops the reform. The government, on the other hand, is trying to guilt the unions into putting an end to the strike. Prime Minister Edouard Philippe, for example, calling on all unions to take responsibility and saying that the French people would not tolerate that their holidays be ruined because of the strike. So the government is also standing firm and hoping that the strike will, lose some public support as the strike drags on for days and days. The problem, however, is that this could end badly for travelers who, if both sides refuse to budge. That being said, Prime Minister Edouard Philippe has hinted that there is some room for negotiations. He is expected to meet with the leaders of all the major unions on Wednesday, and it seems that some changes in the pivot age could be on the cards.
Valerie, thanks for that. Valerie Decamp there reporting for us from Place de la République in the heart of Paris, where that protest march is just getting underway.